Happy 2017. Welcome to our New Year's Eve, New Year's Day reading for the weekend. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you. And bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave. Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the playlist, the music below, see if there's more signs and symbols, depth to this reading for you below. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year, guys. I hope you enjoy this reading. I'll see you in a moment. Hi. Happy 2017. Welcome to our weekend, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day reading. This is for Saturday and Sunday, December 31st, 2016 into January 1st, 2017. Let's see what kind of energy is coming on through for the weekend, moving on into the new year. So I'm going to use my sister's beautiful painting here as a canvas to do a different layout and mix things up for the new year. So let's begin with the Thelema Tarot. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming through and wisdom for us all to ride these energies best. Let's start with 2 cards for Saturday and Sunday, December 31st, 2016 into January 1st, 2017. I have to get used to saying 2017 now. All right, let's begin with 2 cards. The Hermit, number 9, completion. The end of a major cycle, finding solitude and answers within yourself, learning how to turn on your own light, learning how to be independent, to go into the dark, into the cave, into solitude, to your own space, to find your own answer, and in turn, be a guide to others. Perhaps because of your glow in the beginning, but that glow allowed others to find their own inner glow, their own light. You learned how to light up just enough of your path that you were on to understand the path that you're going and to find, you know, your own light. It's how to turn on your own light, how to take that energy that's in the universe and spirit coming from God, your angels, all around us, the earth, and that inspiration going inside of you with this, it's going inside this rod, going inside of you, circulating in your body, and going out the opposite arm to turn this light on. But that energy needed to circulate inside of you first for that to turn on. Your own unique light, your own unique perspective, your own unique guidance. You know, your own signs, and getting comfortable with that inside part of you and having more faith than you had before on those, and that inner guide that you have, that inner sense of knowing, those inner intuitive senses and spiritual gifts, and learning how to turn them on and move forward on your own path and being okay if you can't see everything clearly because you know you're on your way. That's beautiful. That could also be a Virgo energy. The Hermit, number 9. The end of a cycle, moving towards a new one. One more card. The Page of Wands. That is when that inspiration comes, that spiritual energy finds its way to you and you move forward with it. It could be news. I mean, this is when it goes inside of you and you learn what to do with it. You're still the page. You're still young. You know, you're still learning all of those gifts along the way. You know, all of your, I hear blessings, talents, and I hear harmony for some reason. So learning to harmonize those gifts that you have, those ideas and inspirations with the environment you have. This page is really excited about what they don't know yet. They're excited to discover, to know more, to open that door, to open that book, to see what's on the next page, to write it, to learn about it. I feel like this page or this energy likes to, like, they get a toy and they want to know how it works, so they take it apart and they usually put it back together like perfect, or they invent something new completely from taking it apart, or they understand the workings. You know, it's like they go inside and they put all the workings together to move forward. Now, this page could be a person, since it's a page, it could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries energy that you know, probably somebody young or somebody just starting a relationship, just starting a new hobby, a new adventure, a new something. So they don't have to be a kid, but they feel young and like it's the first time they've ever done this, even if they've gotten on that horse 150 times before. You know, it's getting on that horse and feeling like it's the first time and grabbing the reins and learning again, doing it again, having a brand new experience again, a fresh experience. So there's a fresh experience, a new experience. I hear new in your britches. This could be somebody else around you, some new help. This is sometimes the helper. It's that little energy that like gets excited to do things if they're into it. You know, if they're into it, they don't mind, like, all right, so this could be a child, you know, this could be you, like I see like running tasks or doing chores, or like there's a situation, a new relationship, a new job, a new idea where you get an idea and you don't mind like running to town to get that thing. Like, oh, I'll get it. You know, it could be somebody you know that has that energy around you, or it could be you. But whatever this light is inside of you that you've turned on and you're walking towards has moved you towards something that's really inspiring this weekend, that makes you want to start something new, or this inspiring energy has found your glow and is really excited to discover more, you know, about what's underneath the surface, underneath the cloak, what you don't see out, you know, front. Like sometimes, like, depends on how big this glow is. I feel like I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit of like, the Karate Kid or something like that. I'm seeing the chopsticks for some reason and the flies, and I'm getting like this little kid wants to know everything all at once. They don't quite understand, or this person that could be you. Maybe at first it was spirituality or your new job or your new relationship, and you wanted to know it all at once first. This could have been in the past, but now you know that it takes time. Or this is you understanding it takes time to learn lessons, and you're going to be wise with this energy here. Or even if you're new in this energy, this situation here, you're going to be wise about this new energy on how to progress with it. So it's all right. So now I'm sort of seeing like if this is the teacher, the sage, the wise one, the one with experience, even the old soul, if they are young. This person can be really young and still be in a situation once, observe a situation once and get it, learn from it, and be a natural teacher. Just a natural way of delivering what they see and what they experience inside them to others. Maybe not to a big audience, maybe just a small audience, you know, one person that connects. But that one person can be that one person that you connect to that changes their world. One teacher in our life can make a difference. That reminds me of something a friend said to me the other day. Oh, I might be quoting her wrong, but she works with children, and she said something beautiful. Like sometimes people or children go to school to get structure, and sometimes they go to school to get love. You know, sometimes they don't have the right kind of structure, or they desire something different at home, or they go to school and they're actually bored, but they like that there's a structure or love or something that connects them there to open themselves up, discover more about something. There's a fire somewhere that makes them want to move and know more. So that could be just that one teacher that you connect to, or you're that child or that one subject you connect to that started your path of discovery, that made, even if you were in a situation that didn't feel right, felt dark, you don't understand why you're there, why do you have to go to these classes, why do you have to go in that relationship, why are you in this situation, why are you in the dark, why don't you not understand everything and turn that light on for you, you know, because of that fire brewing in you. But I keep getting, just so you know, this like kid coming in this situation, and this hermit's trying to just turn on a little bit of the light, a little bit of the map, a little bit of understanding so you understand something. And this kid just wants to come on and like turn on the light switch. Like, let's just turn it all on and see everything at once. So I feel like there's learning going on with this sage, this person here. If these are two different people for you, if this is not the child in you trying to blast that light on, this is your higher self understanding how to calm yourself down and learn step by step. To understand it's a process. Or these are two different energies, and that's someone you know, or that's you and this is someone you know. You know, if these are two different people. But tapping into your higher self to find that balance, I feel like this smart little cookie here has a lot to teach the sage too, even if they don't know it all yet. They're like the little one that picks up languages naturally, like talking to their grandmother, their grandparents, you know, at home, maybe just on weekends. They pick up like French or German or Italian or Spanish or something like that. And then they have friends that they go to sleep overnight, and their household speaks a different language, and they pick that up and they go to school. Like, they pick things up quick, at least the things that they were natural with. They decide they want to play a different instrument. They pick it up. They get it. You know, they don't really know everything, but they sort of have an ear. They have an ear for things, a knack for things. That natural fire goes inside of this person to drive them forward to where they're naturally supposed to be, like, moving towards. But there's always a teacher, student, teacher going on here, because this little page is, I mean, almost like I'm getting almost like the Page of Pentacles. Like, they're really natural at learning, but they want to do it quick and all at once. So there has to be slowing down. All right, that was really cool. Let's get two more cards from a different tarot deck and layer on these two cards. So I have the Tarot of Dreams. And let's get clarity on the Page of Wands. And this Page of Wands is like standing on, it looks like a mat or a rug that looks like, it looks like it's like flames, but it looks like, you know, it's not really hot. It's just an energy spot, maybe a energy field of heat. But it looks like it's warm and comfortable. He looks pretty calm, or she looks pretty calm. This could also be a quick message, by the way. A page could be a quick message, a passionate message. A message that comes pretty calm, but makes you passionate to start something, to do something. Even if you're new, you're like, I'm going to give it a go. Let's start. Let's give it a try. You know? Trust that you can figure out how to unfold the rest of the situation as you go. But that first might be that little light switch you needed in a different environment. I'm getting like you moving to a different room all of a sudden. Maybe there was I'm gonna say a different room, but this hermit looks like you're out in the woods at night under the clear stars, like on a, you've like found a path. So maybe you, and this page is outside too. So I'm getting that you're not closed in, that there's adventure and you need to open something up and allow, they're both under the stars. So allow openness as you move forward for the bigger map, the bigger picture, bigger guidance to come through, or small nuggets of wisdom and guidance to come through. You know, however they come through, I'm getting as above, so below too. And I'm really focused on that salamander. So transformation, like the phoenix, you know, complete potential, just ready to come through, you know? All right, so let's get 2 more cards and layer on the Page of Wands and the Hermit for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. All right, 1 to get clarity on the Page of Wands. And that's the Tree of Life. That's a powerful card. And that's also under, and I think that's our card for the other one. What's that one? Hold on. And that's the King of Coins. Okay. So, I mean, all of these energies go together, but I feel like, you know, the King of Coins understands his or her surroundings. Let's go to the person first, because this could be you. This could be somebody you know. This could be the energy coming through as a wisdom to get you stable and solid and grounded and secure, independent, helpful. I'm also getting the teacher. I feel like when the King of Coins comes up, he's sort of the hands-on teacher. Like, actually demonstrates what to do. They don't just point you to the book. They actually, like, I'm getting somebody like helping somebody out in the car, or like in the car engine, like changing the oil, like, here, let me show you what to do. Now you try it. And like hands-on. They could be business-like and understand structure, how to put business plans together. You know, if this page has all these ideas, or this is you having all these ideas, this energy coming through gives you this structure of the Tree of Life to understand how to build something solid. You know, from the, I'm hearing cornerstone, or like solid ground, clear slate. I'm getting like, wow, I just thought of something really weird. That just made me think of Edward Lee Scallion. I might be saying his name wrong, with Coral Castle in Florida, and he started to build this megalithic castle where no one saw how he did it, and he was this little smaller than me little guy, and he moved these huge megalithic stones. We don't know how. I feel it had something to do with magnetism of the earth, ley lines of the earth, magnetism, sound, and energy, you know, and also magnets, you know, and maybe simple contraptions. But I think sound was important or something. But also crystals, you know, the coral, and where it was, because he started to build his castle in one place, and he moved it like, oh, I want to say, I'm hearing 40 miles, something like that, out of the way, and changed where he started to build it to have a better location. So maybe it's just starting what you had, you know, going, what you were building, but it just took moving a different location. That good idea to move, to do something different, just to, you know, throw something new in the mix, even if you felt like it was different. I'm getting like, I'm still getting like, I got that yesterday, like something new in your shelf. I'm seeing like a health food store or something like that, and you're, or maybe you make something and I'm getting like a business, like maybe there's something you do at home, or like you did as a kid, like it feels like it's something like a, you know, a craft, or maybe like, bracelets or maybe sage, you know, you dry your own sage, something like that. And there's like a health food store or a mom and pop store in your town or something. And you can like start by selling your things. Maybe, I'm getting necklaces or like something with crystals, you know, and you can start small. Maybe one person there sees your product and gets an order, and this person calls you back, and all of a sudden you have a business going on. It starts with something small and it builds up, and you learn what works, what doesn't work, what you can keep in your schedule if you have a, you know, a normal job, what's too much on your plate, what's just enough to add a little glow and a little extra to something in your world. So maybe you're not changing everything over, but you're adding that little spice of something. This could be that little person, that little birdie that gives you that little like, you're really good at this. I wish you made them more. I wish you cooked more. I wish you could teach me how to cook. And you start to make YouTube videos on how to cook your, you know, your recipes or your mom's recipes or your grandma's recipes, you know, or your grandfather's recipes. I just saw a pizza shop for some reason. So it could just be recording a 3-minute video. You don't even have to be in it, you know, worried about how you look. Maybe it's just your voice. And show, you know, your final presentation. This is the recipe. This is what I did. And here you go. A 3-minute video. And all of a sudden you have a YouTube channel, you know. But it starts with that one thing. And you learn what works for you. You learn what schedule works. There are YouTube channels that, you know, that have a lot of viewers. And you see a 3-minute video once a week. Like, hey, or something like that. Or they bring something out and that works for them. And that is structured. Like, I never expected to do something. I'm good with sort of throwing stuff out all of the sudden on a whim, but I never thought I'd find structure in my world with doing daily videos. I never thought that would ever happen. And I can remember getting the life purpose oracle cards for myself. And I kept coming up with the oracle cards, the music, and with daily practice, you would discover what you did. And I kept getting, maybe I should do daily readings. And the more I did it, the better I got, the more I understood, you know, the more I connected to all of you, and the more of this started to flow. So it's seeing what works and where the flow doesn't work, and allowing yourself to change and branch out to different pathways, as seasons and times and energies change around you. I'm also seeing understanding maybe tarot and the tree of life and where all the cards sit. If you've never taken a look at that, that makes me think of the Thoth deck, actually. And understanding where, like the major arcana go, you know, and how they're connected to like heaven and earth and each other. And so I'm not going to go off tangent with that, but maybe look at the structure of the tree of life in, I mean, I'm getting just how that resonates with you. I'm actually getting painting all of a sudden. Maybe you do something with sacred geometry and like, you know, painting that's generally just on a whim, go with it style. Or maybe you do structure with like classical music, but you want to throw some kind of jazz style or energy or crazy lighting in there. That just made me think of Lindsay Sterling for something, or for some reason, how she dances with the violin, and like she made that hers, her own, you know. She dancing, when you do a instrument like the violin, you are dancing to create those sounds. You know, you shouldn't have to always sit in your seat if you feel like you want to get up and move. That also made me think of Tori Amos for some reason, how she plays the piano sideways, like side saddle, like straddling the piano. So it's finding what works for you and which side to move so you're comfortable, you know, on your journey and where you're going next and then next, and seeing how it all fits together in the end. This is such a beautiful, powerful card to come through. This deck also has extra cards. It's not the typical tarot deck, and it's very new. So I'm going to go back to him for a little bit. I feel like even if this is you, or I think I missed that this could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. I missed that. Someone you know, maybe a father, grandfather figure, you, male or female. It's that helper, the doer, the one that helps you get your shit together and make your plans and get your like surroundings organized so they grow. You know, so you have abundance. I feel like he's a good communicator because I feel like earth signs are warm. They're grounded, realistic. Sometimes they can go worrisome, but they're sensual. They can be a little bit too materialistic, or, you know, like they can be too sensual and too into the earth and the feeling of everything, or they can go like a little cold on that, all that, and be very logical and need to get stuff done. This is the structure, and now, you know, I'm getting organizing. So it's two ends of the same spectrum, two ends of the coin. It's finding that balance between that thing that you want to be warm and nurture and get into, and understanding that there's seasons and climates and, you know, your surroundings, whether this is the climate of your relationship, the other person's temperament at the time, whatever it is, you know, the moon cycle at the time. You know, you live with a bunch of girls and they're all in their cycle, and it's understanding, okay, we got to act a little differently now with a household of girls because they're having cramps and they don't want to deal with this, and they're, you know, understanding your environment. Maybe that was important. Maybe there's a guy that's around a lot of girls. So this guy understands the environment. You know, they get it. They've seen it. They've experienced it, or they experienced it once and they know, and they learn from it, and they learn how to work with the tools and their own inner nurturing in that situation to make it work so it still is nurtured. When he gets stuck, it's because I'm getting the hamster wheel, stuck on the cycle, not nurturing something. Like I'm getting like a fish tank, you know, where it's beautiful and tropical and everything is abundant, and then you're in it for a while and then you forget to change the filter and it gets, you know, cloudy, and you don't get any of those cool sucker fish to help out, and then it just needs to be changed already. So this is when, you know, you get maybe stuck in ego too long, or you get sucked into one goal that you think you have to attain, and maybe not look at your surroundings or how the others around you are being nurtured. You know, this is all of us. We all have points where we get in our heads, or we think we have a goal, and then it turns out, you know, we don't recognize that it's not nurturing our environment anymore. We get stuck. It's easy to get stuck in the hamster wheel. Maybe it's just a day. Maybe it's a week. Maybe it's years. You know, we all have cycles. We all learn. We all have ups. We all have downs. You know, so it's just learning from those cycles. Maybe this person's learning. Maybe they're not. But I feel like they are. There's a lot of green, healing, nurturing, vibrant energy. It makes me... I see like a star here, so I want to say speaking, but I hear heart. I also see Pisces and Aquarius, so finding that balance. That's interesting in the King of Coins, that the Pisces and the Aquarius are here. So you have to look at things differently. You have to adapt and be involved, and yet disconnected sometimes to know what needs your attention, what needs to be left on its own to have its own growth, you know, its own space. And Pisces is learning to connect heaven and earth. Did I say as above, so below? Somewhere, I think I said that, but that's like, you know, Pisces is the one that has half of the horizon, or half, like, I feel like half their foot's in heaven, the other half's on earth, and they're learning how to find that horizon in between, find that connection in between them, of that beautiful spiritual world over here, that dream world that they can feel, even if they don't know how to explain it, and the tangible world that they feel and they're grounded at here. So maybe it's learning to connect those two is how you find this growth, you know, finding this balance. So I also see you stepping between something. You have to go between the pillars, go through a doorway, you know, start to make some movement somewhere. So this is really nice. This is a nice reading. It's moving, you know, it's like you found something passionate, how to turn on your light, and you want it solid. You know, you're understanding you're in the driver's seat in both, you know, your own hand and destiny, and what you do about it, and what you see, what you're conscious of, how you act and react, and what you learn, how you reach out and extend. I'm getting extend a hand and help to others. Like wise. I'm hearing wise one. Like you have really wise, there's somebody here really wise, has something really wise for you this weekend. Or you're going to have something really wise this weekend to say to somebody else. Maybe younger than you, or maybe just they feel younger in a certain situation that you have wisdom in, and that's going to turn their light on to know how to structure a lot. Maybe you'll never even know. That could be a stranger you say one thing to, and you point them to the school of their dreams, or like I'm getting maybe a town, or maybe they were thinking of moving or going to another country, and you live there or had family there or have family there or something like that, and you were that like sign they needed to restructure their whole life, like get them on their destiny, get them thing. You might find this out. This might be a stranger. You never know how big of an impact you made in their life, or how big of a light you end up turning on for them. So if you feel like there's something you're like wanting to say, even if it's like me, it sounds silly, like you don't know why you're thinking of it, and you're having a conversation with someone, they're telling you something, and you're thinking of something, if it keeps coming through and you feel like you should say it, say it. And especially if it's something real loving energy that you feel like, oh, this could be so helpful to you, I need to tell you this, then it probably is something really helpful, and it might be a big nugget of wisdom. And I also feel like somehow, some way, there's going to be that same thing coming through to you. So when you feel like something just fell into your lap that opened something up, or turned something on, or made something spin and move and be passionate, accept it and roll with that, because that could open a real big doorway for you and bring some real structure in your actual world. This is your actual physical, tangible experience. It's not just about the coins and the pentacles and the money here. It's about what you do for all that money. The experience, is it worth, or is it just sitting in the bank? You know, is all that time and energy you put into something for your family? Is it for your security or your stability, your happiness? In the end, you know, you want it to be for joy and happiness, so that there is this beautiful living energy in everything you do, and it's not stagnant, you know. Forgetting to clean the filter. Every once in a while you have to change the filter, clean off the tank, jump out of the tank, go on a journey and see if there's something else out there, you know, a different path, maybe something else coming in. Sometimes it's just something that fell into your path and changed everything up. So let's go to the Archangel Power Tarot and get clarity on the Page of Wands. Number 9, major completion, major endings. I hear major feeling good. Like maybe we're moving into like the out from the dark, out from like where we didn't understand, or you or someone else, why there was a certain situation or a year or more of situations you had to go through, or we had to go through, but it was turning this light on to being right here, right now, to start this beginning, to bring this big stability in your whole world, the big puzzle pieces together. And I hear abundance in your world. So let's get a card to clarify. Tree of Life, the Hermit, the King of Coins, Page of Wands for New Year's Eve, Year's Day, 2016, 2017. The Queen of Ariel. All right, so there's a balance. It doesn't have to be earth sign, male and female. This is a balance. This is wisdom for us to start to create abundance in our world. This is the male energy and the female energy, earth. It could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy coming through. This could be a couple you know. This could be you and your hubby, you know, you and your wife, you and yourself having balance in knowing what to give, when you're giving too much, when something needs to be attended to, and when it needs to be left alone. You know, when it needs to just bask in the sun or have some time by itself. This is learning season by season, day by day, minute by minute, year by year, how to do things. Learning how to mess up, brush it off, do it again. How to make what you have beautiful. Not to think about so much of what you don't have, you know, all of those dreams you have, but see what you do have. What you can work with, what is in your garage, what is in your, like on your bookshelf, what is, I'm seeing like art or lyrics or things you already have, you've already made, you've already put your time and energy into. You know, what can you already use that you have? What inspirations have you already had? You know, what do you like or what do you see around you that doesn't look beautiful to you, that you're not comfortable with? And how can you make it beautiful? How can you just change a little bit that makes a lot of difference? This is the, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like some people look at the Pentacles cards and have these royal, like, money, you know, all about the bling bling energy, and I always get that grounded, earthy, nurturing energy. I mean, maybe this way it is, but it's finding both. How to find that grounding energy, I'm getting off the grid energy, but still live classy. You know, you can still have whatever merging of energy you want. You know, you don't have to feel like if you're off the grid and you don't have everything, like the newest gadgets and who's it's and what's it that you can't, you know, feel like you have it all. You know, it's feeling like you have it all with what you have. And I'm also getting away giving what you don't need. Maybe there are others that don't have it all and there's something you can do to help them have some more. Feel like they have more. I'm feeling, you know, I feel like this couple likes to give, but I feel like maybe they also need to receive. You know, so see both ways. See where you need to receive here to allow help in. You know, allow wisdom to come into your world so you can have this stability every day, this abundance every day. Even if it's an ugly day, you can, you know, put some cool lighting on and make it beautiful for you. Change things around if you have to and adapt with that season. You know, it's learning to adapt. Queen of Ariel, mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful and practical and wise advice. So I just thought of this, get your troubles, come on, get happy. We're gonna chase all your blues away. That's what I thought of. I don't know where that came from. So, all right, let's get one more card to sum this reading up. I'm going to use a different oracle deck for the end of this reading, the Winged Enchantment. These are all birds. So let's sum up this beautiful reading. This is beautiful. This is a brand new start, even if it's just from a little spark, a little idea, one project, one conversation. It's going to bring true, balanced abundance that's going to mature into your world, into 2017. All right, let's get one more card. Blue Jay, number 2. I like the Blue Jay. They're a little bit obnoxious. Like, you always know when they're there. They let you know when they're there. I like them because it's, they're very like forthright. You know, they like sort of like stand out. The Blue Jay, I also think of like blue in nature. It makes me think of like blue fruits. I thought of blueberries all of a sudden. Maybe there was like antioxidant, you know, like some nice nutritious energy. Like, I don't know, I think of blue. I think of blue as rare. So I think of blue in nature, like when they're in feathers or even violet or purple. Like that spectrum's pretty rare. You know, Vincenzo has some cute little like blue in his suspenders and at the end of his tail. And I always like compliment him and tell him how sexy he is and how he's so rare with his fancy, sexy, green, red, blue, crazy colors he got going on with his mango beak, and how rare it is to stand out and be different, even if you're unusual. So there's a little bit of standing out here, you know, like being a little different, making yourself known, making something known, moving forward with that call that you hear, listening to that call that stands out. It's also a 2. So that's also like almost like the high priestess energy. It's deep inside of you. It's a deep call, a deep knowing, a deep connection, personal connection to a symbol. And it makes me think of the two, the female energy, the allowing energy, the receptive energy, the opening up. So I know, I mean, first thing when I think of Blue Jay, wow, I just thought of something really, really, really weird. My sister used to watch on the Disney Channel Under the Umbrella Tree. I just thought of that. And Jacob the Blue Jay. All of a sudden, that was weird. All right, let's see what this is for the new year. Blue Jay, I am Blue Jay, the advantage of a quick wit and intellect. I am the first one heard. I am the brightest one seen. I command attention and dive right in. I fear nothing, and I take what I need. Oh my, that is definitely this one. I am the crucial adaptation of a successful life. Well, there you go. That's cool. I have the discipline to master new skills. It is fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many can keep you scattered. I am the need to follow through. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You need to make, you may need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart others, but do not be afraid to draw attention to yourself. Let the world know you're there and you're ready to take control. I am incomparable self-certainty. I am the victory of taking by sheer will. Get out into the world and take what you have worked so hard for. You are presence. You are survival. You are bold ambition. You are Blue Jay. This is a beautiful start to 2017. I hope this helped you all out. I love you so much. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye.